Hello Smite fans and Smite viewers, and welcome back to game number 2 of a best of 3 set between Incept and Example for the Xbox Pro League semi-finals. My name is Parathis and Nightfall. That was a very interesting game.
It was indeed. 11-minute first blood was a bit slow to start,
Yeah,
but as
true.
soon as the mid laner on Incept decided to get a quadra kill, then it all turned in their favor and they just snowballed it out for the next 20 minutes of the game and were able to close it out pretty standardly. No fire giant taken though, which was very interesting. Xbox players not really going for that. They prefer
Maybe.
the solid objectives like towers and phoenixes.
I like the just, go for objectives. Play the objective, get it over and done with. They didn't want to throw... They knew that they had that lead, and they knew that they could take a tower, and they didn't really want to risk fire, so, I mean, why not go for it? Just go for the tower, back off, spend your gold. But I want to see a fire this game, and I also want to see Yapi playing Scylla again, because that was hype as. Like, the quadra kill for Yapi, that was just great.
I don't think he'll be able to get through Convance, to be honest.
No.
Not
Well,
after
at
that
the
one.
end, I think he went about 10-0, didn't die the entire game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, shout outs to him.
Yeah,
That was
shout out
just
to the
great.
mid laner. Of course, MVP, but that's not to say that the rest of the team did not perform. Vamana did very well,
Oh yeah,
well
Bacon.
as the Kipri was able to get some perfect ultimates off and save his teammates very well indeed. As we're going to try to load up bands very shortly here.
Indeed, we will between Incept and Example. It is 1-0 at this point in favor of Incept. They took out game number 1, fairly solid, as you said. And yeah, just going to go ahead and jump into picks and pans right now, Nightfall.
We are indeed. I hope it works.
Hopefully.
There we go. Okay. We should be in pick and pans.
Should be. First ban, anyway, on the side of Incept is
Now we are
going to be Carly for Incept. Interesting.
Okay. Alright, sorry guys, I got a tiny bit of in-sync coming through. Thankfully not the terrible boy band. So Carly is our first ban away, and in the jungle is very potent, especially with the Chin size being so in the meta right now.
It's interesting to see that Carly got banned, as Guan Yu is banned on Example as well. We didn't even see her last game. It might have just been Incept just thinking, alright, we played well last game. And Incept banning Scylla. Interesting. They played it well last game. I don't know why they banned it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe give it away. They didn't want to give it away to Example to steal it. I'm not too sure.
Maybe.
It's not first pick potential either because it's so counterable. You can build a team composition to absolutely demolish in the early game. Even though we saw a good counter to it last game, they didn't want to go for it, as ISIS is our first pick for Incept. Definitely going for it this time rather than banning.
And yeah, Athena was banned on the side of Example as well. So ISIS, I liked ISIS. I would have liked to see Example play an ISIS instead of an Agni just for the plain objective. But I mean, Incept, they didn't even go for the objectives, which they should be going for in this game as they pick the ISIS with a circle of protections. Vamana and Geb on the side of Example. Now, Dank Bacon on Incept played an extremely good Vamana last game. It'll be interesting to see how Example play it.
Yeah, they're basically swapping those two picks. Actually, no, Example would have Gib last game. And it wasn't played that badly, to be honest. It was...
The Cataclysms were on point. I'll just say that. They were on point.
It was salty, wasn't it?
Yeah, salty, yep.
Yeah, the Cataclysms were great.
Thor and Chiron for Incept. Thor with the global ult. Chiron, Edison played very good last game, as we were mentioning in the first game. Very, very safe. Loves to just sit in his own lane, do his own thing. Sit in the back line as Huiyi picked up, for Example.
Yeah, and Kumbhakana is our next ban. Interesting. No one plays Prion Peace. Kumbhakana at all.
Incept could have picked him though. I mean, they played Kepri last game. They played Scylla last game. They're banning away their trump cards, so Example just can't get him.
Indeed, I mean, Kipri Kumbhakana bans. I mean, Kipri makes sense, obviously. I don't know. True. I'm just questioning that so much.
But I mean,
He's
picking
got
Geb
great
over
CC.
Khepri, second pick. Yeah, I mean, they could have maybe picked a
Yeah.
Khepri.
Yeah, Kipri is
Sylvanas,
a
I mean,
lot
not
stronger.
Sylvanas. Giannis, Alquang banned out, respectively, for example, and Incept. Giannis has that global ultimate. They're banning away and picking a lot of global ultimates. The Athena, Giannis, Thor picked, and Alquang still very strong in the Xbox scene as Odin, a very strong member of the PC scene. Let's see how Xbox plays in Nightfall.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Odin. Watching a few Challenger Cup games from yesterday was actually really interesting to see how well it was played. The burst and the zone that he's able to pull off with the Bird Bomb and Ring of Spears combo is absolutely insane. As we see Bologna and Barkas, the next two picks, huge pickups here with engagement tools.
Bologna with the Eagles rally, definitely good in lane, definitely good in team fights. Barkas with the Intoxicate, I like it. I like the pressure that it provides, both in lane and in team fight, being able to CC the entire team of example. And last pick for example is going to come up in just a second. It's going to be Vulcan. Whoa, whoa.
Vulcan for Panic in the mid lane. He is known for that as well, so I'm pretty excited to see how well he does play that against the Isis. Isis is knock-up immune as well, which is huge whenever she uses that Wind Gust. So,
Interesting picks of both teams. I mean, I like the Scylla. I want to see how Yapi plays the Isis though. I really want to see him get a Quadra with Circular Protections or Wind Gust, Spirit Ball. I mean, she does so much damage.
he does indeed, as we are going to have a few technical difficulties. I knew this was going to happen at least once, unfortunately, as I am a bit unsynced, so we're going to have to take a tiny break, guys. I'm very sorry about this. We are getting a bit... we're still adjusting to the Xbox client.
I mean, it's pretty tricky. Going over the picks, I like to see the Vulcan. I want to see, if anything, I want to see a Quadra kill on the side of example. It is a best of 3 series, guys. So, and we were told it's going to be up until game 3. These teams 50-50, completely even. I mean, I don't see how example can do it with a Vulcan unless they just get, just a fire giant over the wall with the Earthshaker from Vulcan. Teams going right into it at this point. Don't really see any interesting builds alongside either teams.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. That would be great.
Alrighty, guys. We're going into a quick 5-minute break, guys, just for these technical difficulties, guys. We'll be right back soon. Stay hyped, guys. Alrighty. Welcome back,
You've got
guys.
it.
After that short little technical difficulties, guys, we are bringing you game number 2 between Incept and Example Nightfall. I'm pretty excited to see these picks.
Yeah, me too. I really want to see how ISIS fares against this Vulcan. Of course, we know that Panic is known for his Vulcan on Xbox, uh, ig- ig- as well as the Ho Yi as well. See how well he can trick shot on the Ho
Ricochet.
Yi. Yeah,
I mean,
Chappie
ricochets
with
are
that
great,
aggression.
just being able to bounce from one side of the map and then to the other. Oh, have a look at our mid lane though. AQ might get stunned from the Spirit Ball. It's going to be just a bit too far to the right. AQ getting pressured out there as a jungle Odin. Didn't even see. I thought that would be going to the solo, but no. Mincer's going to be playing for mana.
Oh, is that first blood almost? No, very, very close though, as Haytons is still chasing it down.
He's going to back off, go back into the mid lane though. Again, duo lane for the side of Incept, who are your blue team. Your red team are going to be Example. I like the pick from Edison again. He played a very good Chiron last game. Played it very, very safe. They're winning lane again. But Destiny going from playing a Khepri to a Barkus, I want to see how he transitions into, you know, someone who isn't really played that often.
Yeah, I mean, the burst coming from Destiny is going to be huge. With the Barkus ult, it increases max rank, your magical power by 60, and your passive increases your magical power by 30. So it's going to be huge burst coming through. And he can even steal objectives if required. And as well as with that ISIS steal potential too, I really want to see how Incept can play around these objectives.
AQ level 4, he's going to have the bird bomb damage already online. I want to see him try and do so much damage onto this Isis, pop the ring of spears. It's a very good counter towards the Isis who, you know, doesn't... Oh, over in our solo lane though, Mincer forced to use that Colossal Fury right onto Dank Bacon. He does have the Eagles rally, but a bit of a forced ultimate from Mincer there. Easy kill. Oh, over in our mid lane though, AQ hits level 5 as he dives right onto Thor.
Yeah, he does indeed. And unfortunately, I seem to be behind once again, so I won't be able to do any play-by-play here, Parathis. I'm gonna just have to back you up and watch the games from a little bit behind.
I got you, man. Don't worry about it. I'll hit you up. Over
No,
in our
it's
left
fine.
lane, we see HQ and Vulcan. I want to see Thor, Haytons. He's level 5 now. He has the red pot start. He has Sanctuary as well, which is pretty interesting to see. I want to see him hit level 5 and dive right onto, well, duo lane. It could go onto Salty, Chappie, as Mincer. Very, very low at this point. He could look to back at this point. He has the teleport. He's going to be backing now anyway. He can spend a lot.
Yeah, he will be able to do that. And once again, we see how passive this game is. Here, 3 minutes into the game, no one's really going for any aggression. The Odin was extremely low there in the mid lane about a minute ago, but other than that, once again, it's like a repeat of last game.
Over in our mid lane though, AQ with a nice ring of spears. Earthshaker combo is going to get a double kill. It's not going to be a double kill, overhyping that. Haytons does fall down. But look at how low the Isis was just getting out of that Earthshaker. I love the combo coming through from Panic and AQ with the Ring of Spears and the Vulcan ultimate. First blood going to the side of Example. Already looking better than they did last game.
Yeah, indeed. And the first blood pulled there at 3 minutes 50 seconds, and we'll see how well they can do with this lead.
We definitely are.
I really don't know how to put it, is exactly what I should have been saying. They have to do something with this lead, because like I said last game, a team that know how to win with a lead is a good team. But if you have a lead and you throw, then there's not a lot you can do for your team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're only 1-0 at this point. Right side mid camp is going to get picked up by Example there as the Geb rotates over as well. Left sides were picked up by, I do believe, Incept. If we have a look into our graphs as well, that's going to be it. Nope, that's our graphs, that one there. Already, still, XP, pretty similar. 200 is, you know, the slight lead there, but gold is where it's a pretty big difference. 930 for Example. Still not that big of a lead. Incept, you know, they can still come back. It's only 5 minutes into the game. They're only 1 kill down at this point. But they have this slight lead, which they didn't have at all last game.
And they have the better picks as well. Vulcan is not known for his mobility. He's known for his damage. And if he gets behind, not a lot you can do. He doesn't have much of an escape either. Backfire, he does have a small little dash on that, but it's his damage as well. So he needs to be facing the right way to be able to get that damage off. But it's not that far either. It's maybe like 2 or 3 feet. How would I put that into units? So the basic attack is like 50. So yeah, 20 makes sense.
Yeah, true. Still, I like the Vulcan. I've said it before. I love it with the Odin pick. So Odin can just bird bomb over the wall, do some form of damage, pop the ring of spears. Even if Isis wants to use that circle of protection, the anti-healing inside Odin's ring of spears is going to completely mitigate that. And then the Earthshaker over the wall is just going to be able to secure any kills or any unfortunate gods trapped inside over in our mid lane. Why So Salty gets about half health with the Berserker Barrage and the Spirit Ball combo. Panic, not letting him do any more damage, but AQ is rotated over to this fight. He might be looking to dive bomb right into the tier 1 tower. He's going to be stunned out. Earthshaker's going to get a kill onto Yarpi. That's his 2nd kill of the match with that Earthshaker. But now Destiny going to get himself a return kill in favor of Incept right onto the opposing support. Thor's going right up into the air. Who's he going to be diving right down on? Double stun onto Panic and AQ. AQ still going ham, gets himself a kill on the bird bomb from Haytons. And AQ still trying to fight, but Dank Bacon is here, boxing out 3 members. Eagles rally under the tower. That's going to be a kill, but now comes Chappie back into the fight. That's a Sunbreaker onto Destiny. Mince is over here as well. He's got that Armored Umbrella. This is a massive teamfight knife for Colossal Fury. He's going to be a bit prematurely used there, as the fight is now completely drawn away massively in favor, for example, as they get a 3-kill lead over Incept.
So many kills went down there. There was about 4 minus 5 minus 4. 4 oh my god.
Mass.
There's 6 kills overall. Huge team fight coming through. And right at the start of that, I have to note, Gib was sitting on 2,000 gold in hand.
Ooh.
Before he backed. So he wasn't prepared for that team fight. He should have backed and then they should have engaged rather than engaging first. That way the gold is not sitting in his pocket, it's sitting in items, making him a lot stronger, and he may not have been picked off under tower there.
I mean, maybe. But still in favor of example nonetheless, as they do pick up themselves a gold fury. Just have a look into our graphs. Massively turning around in favor of example. Very different to what we saw last game. It's still a bit 50-50. I mean, even if they win this game, they go into a best of 3. But 1.4k experience and 2k gold just because of that fight and the gold fury that they've just taken out. Already have a look at Hayden's 0-2. Went for the red pot Thor. It isn't working out for him at all, Nightfall.
No, not at all. And starting with the red pot, if you die in the first 4 minutes of the game, that's terrible. You have not made gold.
That isn't value.
Gold.
That isn't value at all.
Exactly. No value boots. So he really had to do something. He needed to get at least 1 kill. Now he's died twice, so he's even further behind than what he would have, and unfortunately put himself further behind. So,
ooh, big fight in the mid lane. AQ gets himself a kill onto Yarpi, still stuck in the spears. AQ, he's going to be able to walk out of that one. Another kill in favor of example, still keeping their lead. 2-0 is Panic at this moment. 2-1 is AQ. They're working extremely well together as they're rotating over to this duo lane.
Yeah, and I'm just watching this solo lane. Neither of them have taken each other very low. Not low enough so that there's kill potential. So Bellona versus Vamana. Vamana should be up and wave clear, but Bellona does have that bludgeon as well. I'm going to give it to Vamana, but Dankman seems to be doing a very good job.
He played very well last game, so it's surprising to see he's not losing lane at this point. He's 1-1. He did rotate over. Oh, in our mid lane though, great damage coming from AQ with the bird bomb right over onto the Isis, getting him about half health. But he played a very good Vamana last game, and he's 1-1 right now compared to Minter, who's 1-0 granted. But I like the boxing coming out. The Eagles rally onto the Colossal Fury. It's kind of like an anti-kill lane. No one can really kill each other unless they're rotating over to a fight or they get ganked in the lane.
They have to have a teammate there to be able to kill one another. Otherwise, they're just going to slap each other. Yeah, it's great to see a Bologna being picked as well.
Oh, big damage coming on to Hayden's as he's able to use that hammer to get out of the Odin Ring of Spears that AQ is going to be able to back. He's going to be able to spend all of his gold, unable to pick himself up the third kill. He would actually have a lot of kills stacked up on his passive now. I do believe he got both of those kills with the Earthshaker in the Spears, so, you know, he's going to be snowballing like crazy.
Yeah, indeed, and really what you want to do with that Odin is stack that passive. It gives you 10 physical power. Actually 5. I'm trying to think, it's 50 max in 10 stacks. Yeah, so it's 5.
Yeah.
5 power per kill within the ring, so it's very difficult to get, and it requires you to get like a minimum of 3 ults down, and you have to kill 3 people inside of it to try to get close to max stacks. So it's difficult to do, and it requires a lot of timing, but if you can do it, then it pays off so well, especially in the early game.
And it's definitely working out for him in this early game. He's got those 2 kills already on his passive, giving him that 10 power like you said. But it works really well that they have the Earthshaker and also the Geb Cataclysm and the Sunbreaker. Massive AoE ults. Wasn't even paying attention to the amount of AoE ults that they have on example. They have the Sunbreaker, which can be used inside the cage. Cataclysm as well to stun out anyone stuck in the cage. Earthshaker, well, we've all seen what's happened with the Earthshaker in the 2 kills that Panic has got. All over in our mid lane though. Big damage onto Hayden's Yarpy as well. The Earthshaker is going to be able to get used. Sanctuaried. And now AQ needs to get out of this fight as he's extremely low. Example, Pink. Panic, not Pink. He's not a color. Panic gets himself a kill onto Destiny.
I like the Circle of Protection with that massive AoE damage. Like you mentioned before, Yarpy being taken down there as well is not good for them at all. Actually, did he fall? He didn't fall.
Nope. Yarpy got out of there, dude.
Yeah, extremely low. I preemptively said that he died. Gosh, it looked like he was about to go down. Yeah, another kill for the side of Dumple. And now taking a look at the graphs, they're sitting at 2,600. So this is an exact reverse of what happened last game. Just earlier and with no quadra kill.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's 9 kills in it. The first blood got picked up at 11 minutes, like you said. 12.5. It's definitely a different game in kills, but, I mean, completely flipped on its head in terms of who's dominating this lane. Over in our solo lane, though, Minter might get caught out here by Edison. He is in that Colossal Fury. Doesn't have any mana whatsoever. Eagles Rally is going to be able to do a bit of damage, but he still has that HP 5 still up. He's got 3 members. He's going to fall down. Hayden's gets himself that first kill of the game, but here comes AQ. He's going to be able to pop that Ring of Spears right onto Edison, who won't be able to get out of the cage there. Panic is going to do so much damage. Cataclysm onto 2 members. Edison and... I can't even think right now. Edison and Dank Bacon fall down. AQ gets himself a double kill right onto Bacon. Hayden's might get turned around here. Earthshaker is going to be able to pop. He's going to get a kill.
Another kill for the side of Panic on that Vulcan, and exactly what we thought he should be doing, he is doing. He knows how to play that, and it's fantastic here for him in this mid to late game.
Vulcan isn't a viable god. 4-0 and 6, 50 stacks, 50 stacks, almost 14 minutes into the game. And that looks like it's going to be, I want to see a Soul Reaver, but it's probably going to be double stacking the Book of Thoth Nightfall.
I hope it's a Soul Reaver, that way we can see one-shot Earthshakers.
Well, I mean, he's been one-shotting them already.
Things in the world. Like, Vulcan is not in the meta, don't get me wrong, he is a great god. He's fun to watch and all that good stuff, but oh my gosh. When you one-shot someone, it's the most satisfying feeling in the world, especially with a Culkin.
I mean, can we say that Xbox have a better Vulcan plays than PC do? I mean, at this point, we can clearly tell 4-0 and 6. He's doing a massive work for his team and showing up Xbox, getting their credit up. Still hasn't been a fight for quite a while. Gold Fury up at this point. They could be looking to get that. Example, they definitely have the lead at this point. They don't have the Circle of Protections like Incept do have. But if Yarpy actually gets a good steal onto Gold Fury, they can still come back from this fight, Nightfall. Or this game, even.
They can. They've got a good team composition. But it seems as though the setup is too much for them to handle from Example.
AQ doing a bit of damage there. Circle of Protection gets popped. Earthshake is not going to miss. It's going to miss, but it's not going to connect with anyone. Pink, Panic, I keep saying Pink. Dank Bacon gets himself a kill onto Minter over at this Gold Fury fight. The Ring of Spears gets used up. And now Destiny is going to be looking to stun out anyone with that burp. Not going to be able to connect. Sunbreaker gets used up, but it's not going to have any follow-up whatsoever. I'd say that fight was, you know, pretty much in favor of Incept now. As now they're looking to pursue Why So Salty with the bludgeon. Dank Bacon's going to miss using the controller. It's definitely harder than using a mouse, guys. Don't BM him for that. Now, Gold Fury might be looking to get started up here. Is Bacon doing a good job at zoning out Panic here? But, I mean, they could go for Gold Fury. They could easily do it right now.
It all went in favor of Incept as soon as the Buckets jumped in and got a great ultimate onto 3 members of Example. They were taken down too low and weren't able to fight. Hopefully we can see a Gold Fury. That way the side of Incept can back a little and we can see more even fights. Because at the moment it seems as though Example are just too far in the lead.
I mean, yeah, they are definitely in the lead, but still, as I was saying in the picks and bans with an Isis, even if she is behind, which she's 0 and 2 at this point, level 13, 3 levels behind Panic, she can still steal with her Circle of Protections of a Fire Giant over in our Joy Lane. Big Ring of Spears coming out right onto the Chiron there. Can he get picked up? That's a good stun coming through from Chappie, the double ricochet. Edison falls down to Chappie. He's going to be a happy Chappie with that kill, Nightfall.
Oh, well played there. He certainly will. And to a Ho Yi, if you're ahead of a Chiron, that is fantastic. Ho Yi in a 1v1 box is just, it's so good. Oh, the ricochet. I just watched it then, and that burst. Oh my word. That's what I love to see. It's a hot ricochet.
Panic fought Soul Reaver. He didn't even worry about the double stacking.
Yes.
It's not valuable. You don't need the values. However, Soul Reaver, definitely value at this point. I want to see more combos coming out from AQ and Panic, not Pink. I won't say it again, I promise. But I love the Soul Reaver. I really like to see it. AQ's gone for the blink as well, which will be pairing nicely. He will just be able to blink into the entire team fight. We'll be able to Ring of Spears, as well as Salty getting the blink on the Geb as well with the Cataclysm. Just following up with the Earthshaker, they won't even be able to react in time as the Gold Fury gets started up, for example.
The thing about Soul Reaver that while I like it, it's great. The downside is that with an AoE ultimate as large as Earthshaker...
Oh, they stole it.
They stole it?
They stole it. Incept took themselves that Gold Fury. And they could be looking to fight here. No, Mega Minter gets a kill right onto Yarpi. Still fighting this one. Ricochet's not going to be able to connect. That's a good bird bomb. Will the Ring of Spears be popped right onto Haytons? He has the Earthshaker is going to come through. Panic gets himself another kill. Soul Reaver still up and available. Did not proc on the ultimate there. Eagles Rally in the backline right onto Chappie. Not going to be able to connect at all. Chappie gets himself a kill onto Edison. Not playing a safe god now, are you? He's going to fall down. They could be looking to steal away the jungle here. But Incept got the Gold Fury, and then they lost 3 members. Is that worth Nightfall? Let's just say it. Not worth.
No, not really. If you lose that amount of players, not really worth it all. But I love the way that Destiny just sort of walked in, pressed 4, and walked away.
Basically, yeah.
That was hilarious.
I mean, we're all thinking about Yarpi or Isis just walking in there, maybe popping the Circle of Protections, even the Spirit Ball, and then getting the kill. No, Destiny just walks in there, uses Intoxicate. It's like, nope, mine.
Earthshaker as well is... We need to keep talking about this because this is just something that we don't see very often.
Oh yeah, we never see a Vulcan on PC. We never see it.
It's dealing upwards of 1,500 damage at this point.
Whoa.
It's huge. And with the Soul Reaver as well. What I was saying before that team fight started is that if you hit a tank, then all your burst from Soul Reaver will go into the tank. And while you want to be one-shotting the carries so that they're not dealing damage at the start of the fight.
If they can catch out Chappie, or I mean Chappie's on the side of the example. What am I saying? Chappie's on the winning team at this point. If they can, as you mentioned, take out Edison, which is what they've been doing, honestly. Yarpi as well. It's just a great pick from AQ. I mean, the Ring of Spears counters Isis so well. She can't get out of it. She can't use her ultimate in it. I mean, she can, but it won't heal her at all. It's just really good play from example, and just focusing out these carries like you said, it's just working so well for them.
I like that Vimana has gone for a Frostbound Hammer as well, rather than what some people like to do is build a Hasten Fatalis. If you build a Hasten Fatalis, then the buff is only on yourself, which is great, speeds you up, gives you attacks. That's fine. But with a Frostbound Hammer, the debuff affects the enemies, and so therefore the rest of your team.
Big Cataclysm. Panic gets himself a double kill over the wall with the Earthshake. It's going to be followed up as Dawson, he might fall down here in a second. He is slowed. Intoxicate gets used right onto AQ to make him a bit drunk there on a Saturday night. He's going to be still in the backline, full health at this point. Dank Bacon gets a good bludgeon onto AQ and Salty. He needs to get out of this fight. He's going to fall down. Why so Salty gets taken a little bit to a quarter HP just below that from that tower. And now they're going to be taking down this tier 2 tower, no doubt about that. Chappie, he does have the chin size, and he's going to be building into the Ichabod right now. They're going to be backing away, is Example, after stealing the jungle. Gold Fury still down for another minute and a half. They could be looking for fire after they back. Maybe 21 minutes. Probably
that was a fantastic start to that fight with a two-man double kill. Two-man double kill, that's exactly what that means. A double kill for Panic, and he's just extending his lead even further. He's now 8-0. The support is 0,
all these
1,
mid
11.
laners.
Yeah, I know, right? Mid lane is just form.
Dude, Mouse has nothing on Yapi and Panic though. The shots today. But honestly, like, I love these Xbox mid laners. I mean, they're picking picks that you wouldn't. I mean, no, people play Scylla, but it isn't, you know, first pick worthy or even first lot of picks worthy. And Vulcan as well isn't really considered pick worthy at all, but they're making it work. 8-0 with the Soul Reaver. He's got the cooldown online with the Chronos Pendant. It's just working so well for them.
Yeah, it is, and it's I actually really like the fact that Vulcan is working out for them, but it's all in the setup from AQ and from Why So Salty on the Gib. They can both blink. Actually, does Odin have blink? Yeah, he does.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about a downside to most things, just so people understand that even while they are still ahead, there is still comeback potential for example. Sorry, Incept. So if you blink and then you jump in with an Odin, you are so far away from your team. You are by yourself, and then you've got a Ring of Spears down as well. So you're trapping yourself in among with the rest of the team. So you have to order the way that you jump in.
Oh, speaking of Ring of Spears, it does get used up. Chappie gets himself a kill with the Sunbreaker onto Yapi, taking out the major carry on the side of Incept already. Like you were mentioning, they need to take those carries out of there. Looking for a good Cataclysm onto Destiny. He's going to stun him out, but he's going to be able to get out of the fight. Centaurus form popped by Edison. It's not going to be able to connect with anyone at that point. Hazens gets himself a kill onto AQ. This might be looking to turn around in favor of Incept, as they've got a really good defense at this point. They really need to back out of this fight, possibly go for an objective. They can't take the Phoenix at all.
Indeed, and that fight was very, very good there, for example. Unfortunately, I'm still watching through it. Yeah, having 1-for-1 trading is not enough for an objective take, unless it's one full carry. Carries is the best.
Yeah.
You want to be able to take the 2 carries so that there's no wave clear for the defenders.
But carry that they took out was the Isis, and even if they just take out Isis, it's pretty much the major wave. I mean, pretty much the major objective secure on the side of Incept. So it's good that they've been trying to focus out Isis as much as possible. If they decide to take her out, they know they can either go for a Gold Fury or Fire without it really being contested at all.
You say that the object secure is mainly in Yapi, but as we saw before,
yeah, true.
Destiny did a great job of walking in and pressing 4 as Vargas.
Can he actually pull a Richard Castle right now and go Soul Reaver on the Bacchus? I would love to see that. He in the Pro League, he was building it on, what, Sobek? Did he build it on Athena? Probably, knowing Richard, but I want to see it on the Bacchus here. Pairing with the Intoxicate.
I want to see everyone build a Soul Reaver, to be honest, except for the physicals, because they can't. They've gone for the cooldown. I'm looking at Gib at the moment. He's gone full cooldown and CC reduction with that Winged Blade. He wants to be in the fight. He wants to be using that Gib shield as much as possible. And
he has blink and
Cataclysm.
sprint.
Oh, he just wants to engage. He wants to
He
engage as
wants
much
to.
as possible. I mean, it's not like he doesn't have rollout. That's not a thing
No.
that he has.
And it pairs with Chappie so well. We've mentioned multiple times that he is definitely a frontliner, for example. And it works well with Salty as well. I mean, they clearly pair well together. If they're both on the same side and they're both winning, I mean, he's not tilted at this point, but they just work together. They have the sprint, so he can frontline. He can go with the Geb, and he can go with AQ with the Blink as well. Right side tower might be getting contested here, for example.
Yeah, they really need to be going for these objectives. The past couple minutes, they haven't been doing too much. They're just wandering around the map, trying to get their spot. I don't think it's worth. I mean, they're so far ahead that they don't need the buffs. They're just extending their lead even further than required.
Thor ult was used up, so was a Centaur spawn. Great Cataclysm, Earthshaker, Ringer, Spear, combo. Example, Panic is divine at this point. 9-0, great fight. Intoxicate getting used up, trying to do some kind of CC to the members of Example. Zed chasing them right under the tier 2 tower. Good hammer right from the side of Hayden's. He's going to be able to get out of the fight. Dank Bacon needs to be very careful here as he has the mark on him, and he might fall down in a second. Bird Bomb is good. It's going to do a lot of damage. He might fall down. Tier 2 tower is going to drop in just a second. All thanks to Chappie. Mega Mincer gets the return kill onto Bacon, and now he's gone in that Colossal Fury form. He's going to be maybe looking to get this right side Phoenix, or they could go for a Fire Giant at this point. A cage is up again. Edison stuck inside the cage with the Sunbreaker. That's another kill in favor of Example. They are dominating this game at this point. That fight started with literally a Ring of Spears, and then it ended with another Ring of Spears. That is one of the major bonuses for Odin in these fights. As Dostany looks to might fall down in a second. He's just going to be tanky and walk out of the fight there. But, I mean, Odin though, AQ.
Yeah, it's working out very, very well here. It's a fantastic pick. The cooldown is roughly 40 to 45 seconds on that Ring of Spears, so it's massive coming through. And right at the start of the fight, I'm just going to keep referencing the start of the fight because something happening.
Mincer gets himself a kill. And,
nice.
You know, they're still Earthshakering in the fountain, waiting for them to respawn. I mean, he can do it at this point. Panic can literally, with the Soul Reaver, just sit at the edge of the Phoenix, wait for Isis to respawn, pop the Earthshake, and she can fall down. Oh, Mega Mincer, though. He might fall down. Good Ring of Spears used defensively to completely zone off, pairing with the turret. If they get stuck in there, they're in for a world of hurt. But looks like Mega Mincer might get out of this one.
This siege has been going on for the past entire minute.
Yeah.
A full minute worth of a fight. How often do you get to say that?
Let's just say Odin Cage was up 3 times during that fight. Twice offensively, and then once when they were just getting out of that fight. That's how long the team fight went for, and that's how short the cooldown is for the Cage.
Yeah, I mean, it could be up again very shortly. They want to, if they really want to re-engage, but they just don't have the HP to do so, or mana, as AQ is sitting on less than 50, it looks like.
He's going to be able to back though. Eagles Rally was used to try and chase him down, but he is out of there. 4-2-9 is Mincer at this point, doing a much better game than he did last time. Still though, MVP. It's got to be these mid laners for the Xbox. I mean, 9, 0, and 10. Divine at this point, building into the penetration. Obsidian Shard. That's going to be a Tahuti as well. Yeah, expect Isis, who's level 18, to be one hit at this point. She's double stacking Thoth at this point and hasn't even finished Doom Orb or Book of Thoth. What do you think she should really be selling these items if she isn't getting the farm that she needs?
I think they're expecting it to try to take it further than what it can be. He really needs power now than later. He's sitting at that 65 stack, so actually not worth selling at this point. But the Doom Orb, if he dies one more time, probably actually game, but he should sell that
true.
Doom Orb.
I mean,
he's got
0
no
and
pin
6
either.
if
No
you're
pin.
no pin at all. And what's that? 3 members of Example have Bulwark, and they have... What's that? That's probably going to be... Oh, Blink Cataclysm is going to stun out Bacon. They might be trying to aggress onto him. Earthshaker, where is it? It's not coming through just yet. Circle of Protection is going to come through, but it's not going to be able to heal anyone. Is that trapped in the cage? Chappie gets himself a double kill onto Edison and the return support. Earthshaker not going to connect with the Thor. He's going to be able to hammer out of the fight. Phoenix in the mid lane is going to fall down in a second. Chappie's got that attack speed and the penetration with Titan's Bane. They might be looking to end this game out. Nightfall, Titan at about 80% HP. Could fall down in just a second. They have the turret, and that's probably going to be game number 2. Falls in favor of Example, completely turning it around in that first game. This is exactly what we saw in the first game, but turned around. Incept were dominating the first game. Example dominating the second game. Nightfall, the question is, who's going to dominate the third game?
I have no idea, because after that game, it made me think twice about what happened in game 1. I mean, it was like a mirror, like you have both matches just mirrored. Both mid laners performed extremely well. Both of them didn't die. The AD carry did not die for Example. They are very well played there by Chappie on that Ho Yi. I mean, that trick shot, well, I wouldn't say trick shot. It was more like a very good ricochet there. Yeah, it was great. Kind of disappointed in Yapi this game because he built no penetration whatsoever.
I mean, 0-on-7 and you still have Doom Orb in a 30 or so minute game. You kind of want to be looking to sell it at that point, Nightfall. That's I'd say it's common sense, but I mean, maybe he was trying to hold on to it. He was still trying to farm a little bit in between the fights, but the thing is, the fights were going for so long that he couldn't even have time to farm.
Yeah. I mean, there were fights all over the place. It was a very aggressive game, and many people were able to farm at all, other than the entire team of Example being able to farm
they
gods.
weren't farming minions. They were literally just farming off of Incept. But, I mean, we were promised a 50-50 match between these two teams. You can't really decide. I think it really goes down to First Blood. I think First Blood is... Because the games are so passive at the start, well, this one sort of wasn't, but... I mean, it really comes down to who gets the early farm and who really just snowballs from that point on. Still, 2 games, almost an hour long combined, no Fire Giant whatsoever. These teams love playing the objective, Nightfall.
Yeah, they do indeed, and I like it a lot. I mean, yeah, so, I want to just stick to Yapi, because...
Yeah. He's
I'm not going to pick
factor
on him anymore. This was more Example showing that they have a strategy. They saw that Isis was first pick, and they go, oh, we know exactly how to counter that. You pick massive
Odin.
AoE. And Odin, exactly. So they got the Vulcan pick, they got the Odin, and the combo was just massive with Gib there for safety and initiation. Hoyu sitting at the back, and Chappie quietly went 7-0 and 6.
Quietly, I think he was, he was just going in there.
He did a great job.
He frontlines so much though. Like, as an ADC, you don't really expect them to frontline. But I mean, Chappie alongside Salty with the sprint and the blink from the Geb, he just loves staying up in the frontline with an Odin and these tanky gods. Knife, would you have anything more to add to that?
No, not really. I mean, it's just both teams showing that they are very equal. Like, countering game number 1, our expectations of game number 2 from game number 1.
True.
It's great to see. So game number 3 it is.
Exactly right. We'll be right back after this short break, guys. Stay tuned for game number 3. The next game is a deciding factor to see who goes on to versus Citadel Gaming in the Xbox Pro League Grand Final.